with another video on rhythm, just a little bit more. We got to talk about beat pattern now. In written music, this is called time signature. The time signature is going to tell you a couple things. It's going to tell you how many beats are in a measure and the type of note that gets the beat. But then it's also going to tell you or give you at least a hint towards what the overall beat really is. And so when I say beats per measure, it's not really the beats per measure, because the beat is what you feel, is how does the music feel. So let's look at this number over here, 4/4. It's kind of like a fraction. This top number here, this 4 in the 4/4, on the top is going to tell you the number of beats in a measure or counts in a measure, or the number of a certain type of note in a measure. I actually like to think of it this way. I think this actually makes a little more sense, because otherwise we start to think of it as beat and then beat, and you just go, wait a minute, you said there's 4 beats per measure, but then you said there's 2 beats per measure, then you said there's 3 beats per measure, but then you said there's 1, and it gets really confusing. So I like to think of it this way. The bottom number is going to tell you a type of note. So we've learned our notes. We know what quarter notes are, half notes, and whole notes. Those are the 3 you're really going to have to know. Actually, eighth notes as well are going to be important. Mostly these, and even whole notes aren't really going to be all that necessary for time signature. They're going to make some sense. I'm going to have to explain a little bit of something about whole notes and how they can't exist in certain time signatures. But you really only have to know those 4 types of notes to understand time signature. So the 4 is going to be a quarter. Think of it like a fraction, 1/4 quarter. So in this measure, we have 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's that time signature. And it's going to feel like 4. It's going to feel kind of like a march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's come over here and look at 3/4 time. So using the same idea that I gave you for 4/4, this is going to tell us there are 3 quarters per measure. And remember, a measure is everything between the lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, kind of like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, these are our 2 simple time signatures. These are the 2 that beginners really need to understand. So we're just going to stop here. I'm going to have another one later on that explains more irregular and compound and those type of other time signatures, and even more with the simple time signatures. But for right now, if you just understand 4/4 and 3/4, you're already on your way.